My Weird School. Fast Facts. Dinosaurs, Dodos, and Woolly Mammoths. Written by Dan Gutman. Pictures by Jim Pellot. Chapter 1. When and where did dinosaurs live? Okay, let's get down to business here. The first thing everybody needs to know about dinosaur poop is that, Arlo, we agreed that we're not going to talk about inappropriate subjects like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. So what is this chapter about? Well, I thought we should start off by talking about when and where the dinosaurs lived. That's obvious. Tyrannosaurus rex was a giant killing machine with 12-inch long sharp teeth, and it could run up to 25 miles an hour. So it could live anywhere it wanted. And if some other dinosaur was living in that place, it would have to leave, or T-Rex would chase it down the street and bite its head off. They didn't even have streets back then, Arlo. It was millions of years ago. To be specific, it was between about 252 and 66 million years ago. This was called the Mesozoic area. It means time of the middle animals. I knew that. I was just yanking your chain. But do you know why the Mesozoic era was like a hockey game? I give up. How could the Mesozoic era be anything like a hockey game? Both of them are divided into 3 periods. The Mesozoic era was made up of the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. Wow, I'm impressed, Arlo. I thought you only knew about things like dinosaur poop. I do. In fact, I do. Would you like to hear some fast facts about dinosaur poop? No. Let's talk about the Triassic period that was 250 to 200 million years ago. Ah, yes, the good old days. I think my grandpa Bert was alive back then. He was not. Back then, all the continents on Earth were part of one giant landmass that's called Pangaea. So Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, and the Americas were all sort of stuck together, like a big piece of peanut brittle. If all the land was one continent, the animals and plants living there were probably pretty much the same, right? Right. And there were no polar ice caps. It was mostly hot and dry. Deserts covered a lot of the land. So the first dinosaurs to appear were like our current reptiles that can survive in hot climates. Yeah, but toward the end of the Triassic period, stuff got interesting. There were giant earthquakes. Huge volcanoes erupted. Boom, crash, rock the world. The peanut brittle, Pangaea, broke into 2 halves and they started to drift away from each other. The Atlantic Ocean was born. Wow, watching a supercontinent slide away must have been crazy. And the dinosaurs got to see it live and in person. Well, they got to see it before they died. There was a mass extinction at that time. I think it was sad that so many animals of the Triassic period died, don't you? If you ask me, it would be a lot sadder if they were still around. I don't want some T-Rex chasing me down the street trying to bite my head off. T-Rex wasn't even alive yet, Arlo. That happened later. After the Triassic period came the Jurassic period, which was 200 to 145 million years ago. The planet got colder, but it was still warmer than it is today. There was more rain, and water covered much of the Earth. So the rain made it possible for trees and plants to grow, right? And the plants made it possible for plant-eating dinosaurs to evolve. They were called sauropods. Apatosaurus, Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus. Dinosaurs have cool names. We'll get to dinosaur names later, but these were the largest animals ever to walk the earth. By the Jurassic period, they dominated the world. Dinosaurs take over the world? Cool! That must have been when T-Rex showed up to chase everybody down the street and bite their heads off. Actually, that happened during the next period, the Cretaceous period. It was 145 to 65 million years ago. When did my grandpa Bert show up? Not yet. During the Cretaceous period, the continents kept drifting apart, so different kinds of creatures evolved in different parts of the world. The first snakes showed up. Snakes are cool. Flowering plants showed up. Insects, bees, more flowering plants, modern mammals, tree climbers, ground dwellers. Everything was happening. What a wonderful time to be alive. Okay, calm down, Arlo. Next, we should talk about where the dinosaurs lived. I already told you they could live anywhere they wanted. They were dinosaurs. You're right in a way. Dinosaur bones have been found in just about every corner of the earth. The earth has corners. I thought it was round. You know what I mean. Dinosaurs lived everywhere. Let's go continent by continent. You start. Okay, there are more dinosaur bones in North America than on any other continent. USA. Some of the main dinosaurs of North America were the Triceratops and my favorite, Tyrannosaurus rex. We haven't discovered as many dinosaurs in South America as we have in North America, but South America has had some of the oldest ones. Some of them go back 230 million years. You may have heard of these South American dinosaurs: Argentinosaurus, Gigantanosaurus, and Megaraptor. Not that many dinosaur bones have been found in Europe. That's because the dinosaurs couldn't afford to go on European vacations. But some have been found: Baryonyx, Compsognathus, and Europasaurus. Africa had the oldest dinosaur found so far. It was called Neosaurus parringtoni, and it lived between 240 and 245 million years ago. Africa also had some of the most aggressive dinosaurs, Spinosaurus and Afrovenator. Australia didn't have many dinosaurs. I guess they were killed off by the giant, evil koala bears. Just kidding, there were a few Australian dinos, Antarctopelta and Ozraptor. Dinosaurs lived all over Asia. Here are a few of them: Dilophosaurus and Velociraptor. You wouldn't think that Antarctica had any dinosaurs. It's so cold there. But surprise, Antarctica was warmer in dino days, so there were a bunch of them there. Cryolophosaurus ellioti and Chinisaura santamartinensis. So dinosaurs lived all over the world. But about 65 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period, they died out. It was the end of the age of reptiles and the beginning of the age of mammals. Do you know why the dinosaurs died, Arlo? Because they bit one another's heads off? No. Do you know the real reason why they died off? Sure I do. Well, are you going to tell the readers? No. Okay, I'll tell them. But they have to read the next chapter. So na boo boo on them.